Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC B1244 indicates an issue with the rear air mix control motor circuit in the Honda Odyssey models from 2011 to 2017. This specific error can affect the functionality of the rear HVAC system, which is crucial for regulating airflow and temperature for passengers in the rear of the vehicle. If this system does not operate correctly, it can lead to poor comfort levels, especially in adverse weather conditions where defrosting is necessary. The rear air mix control motor is responsible for adjusting the blend of heated and cooled air, ensuring that the vehicle maintains the desired cabin temperature. It is located at the rear part of the vehicle, typically near the rear AC unit, which is easily accessible for diagnostic and repair processes. Recognizing and addressing this DTC promptly is essential for maintaining passenger comfort and ensuring the vehicle's air conditioning system operates effectively. The error B1244 relates directly to the rear air mix control motor, which plays a vital role in the operation of the vehicle's air conditioning system. This component regulates the mixture of heated and cool air that is directed into the passenger compartment, allowing the rear occupants to maintain comfort regardless of external weather conditions. The motor is located close to the rear AC unit, enabling it to connect with various electrical circuits and sensors necessary for functioning properly. This circuit fault signifies that there is an open circuit in the rear air mix control motor circuit, which disrupts communication and control over the HVAC system. A properly functioning rear air mix control motor is critical not only for comfort, but also for safety when defrosting or clearing fog from windows. If the motor is malfunctioning, it can lead to decreased efficiency in the HVAC system and must be addressed to restore correct operation. Several issues could lead to the generation of DTC B1244. The most common cause is an open in the rear air mix control motor circuit, which may occur due to damaged wiring or a malfunctioning connector. This disruption prevents the motor from receiving the necessary signals to operate, thus affecting temperature control within the vehicle. Additionally, loose wires or poor connections can lead to intermittent failures that will trigger this DTC. These connection issues can sometimes be tricky to diagnose, making thorough inspections of all related wiring and connectors essential. Another potential cause is a faulty rear AC control unit, which is responsible for managing the air mix, compromising the entire system's functionality if it fails. Each of these potential causes needs to be evaluated carefully to properly address and fix the issue related to the DTC. The symptoms associated with DTC B1244 primarily revolve around issues with cabin temperature control and airflow. A noticeable sign is inconsistent airflow from the rear AC vents, which directly impacts the comfort of passengers. If the rear air mix control motor is failing, it may lead to inadequate heating or cooling, resulting in a discomforting environment. Furthermore, poor cabin temperature control can heighten the risk of windshield fogging, particularly in colder or humid conditions. This fog can severely obstruct visibility and is a considerable safety hazard. As such, it's crucial for drivers to be vigilant about any changes in their vehicle's climate controls and to address them promptly. Recognizing these symptoms early can lead to a more effective and less costly repair process. The first step in diagnosing DTC B1244 involves clearing the DTCs using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This tool allows technicians to erase stored error codes, making it easier to start anew when running diagnostic tests. After clearing the codes, the ignition switch should be turned to the lock position and then back to the on position, second position. This sequence is crucial as it resets the system and prepares it for the self-diagnostic function. The self-diagnostic function is performed through the HDS, focusing on the HVAC control unit or climate control unit. This process checks for the presence of DTCs, including whether DTC B1244 or indicator 6 without climate control shows up. If B1244 is still indicated, it confirms there's an issue needing further investigation. If not, this might suggest an intermittent failure, necessitating checks for loose wires or poor connections that can contribute to the problem. In the next troubleshooting step, ensure that the ignition switch is turned to the lock position. Afterward, you will test the rear air mix control motor to ascertain its functionality. This component is essential for proper temperature regulation in the rear cabin, and it should respond appropriately during testing. If the rear air mix control motor is operational, the next steps will proceed without delays. However, should it fail the test, you must replace the rear air mix control motor altogether. It's crucial to keep this component in good working order as it directly influences cabin comfort and functionality of the rear air conditioning system. Timely replacement of any malfunctioning components helps in preventing further system breakdowns and enhances the reliability of your vehicle. Proceeding to the third troubleshooting step, you will disconnect the rear air mix control motor's 7P connector and the rear AC control unit's 12P connector. It's essential to verify the integrity of the electrical connections between these two components. Use a multimeter to check for continuity between the specified terminals of both connectors. This particular process requires careful attention to detail, as proper continuity indicates that the wiring is functioning as it should. If continuity exists, focus on inspecting the wiring for loose connections or any damages, particularly at the connectors. However, if continuity is absent, that points to an open circuit, necessitating repairs in the wiring between the rear AC control unit and the rear air mix control motor. Proper resolution of wiring issues is paramount to restore the air conditioning system's efficiency and overall functionality. In this step, you will now focus on checking for loose wires or poor connections at both the rear AC control unit connector A, 12P, and the rear air mix control motor connector 7P. This is a critical process, as undependable connections can lead to faulty operation of the HVAC system, contributing to issues like the one indicated by DTC B1244. If all connections appear secure, a further step involves substituting a known good rear AC control unit. By doing so, you can differentiate whether the original control unit is defective. If replacing it resolves the symptoms, the original control unit will need replacement. Convenience and efficiency are key during this inspection phase, ensuring you are systematically eliminating potential sources of the problem. Understanding how each of these components interacts makes it easier to ensure the HVAC system works effectively. After completing repairs associated with DTC B1244, it is vital to conduct a verification to confirm that all components are functioning properly. This should include running the self-diagnostic function again to ensure that no new error codes appear and that the previous DTC B1244 does not return. It helps to ensure that the rear air mix control motor and all associated circuits are now operational. Pay close attention to appropriate airflow and temperature from the AC system during this verification phase. A successful test means the repairs were effective, but if issues persist, it indicates additional underlying problems needing attention. This comprehensive final check is essential for ensuring the enjoyment and comfort of the Honda Odyssey's passengers, particularly in variable weather conditions. To prevent issues similar to DTC B1244 from occurring in the future, it is prudent to engage in regular maintenance of your Honda Odyssey's air conditioning system. Routine inspections of the AC components, including the rear air mix control motor and wiring, can help to identify any tension, wear, or potential problems. This should include checking for loose connections and ensuring that all electrical connectors are secure and free of corrosion or damage. Performing periodic system diagnostics can help catch problems before they escalate. So using tools like the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, is advisable. Keeping proper coolant levels and ensuring no blockages exist within the HVAC system will further enhance the longevity and performance of your vehicle's air conditioning. Proactive maintenance significantly contributes to the reliability of the vehicle's climate control, ensuring a comfortable ride year-round. In conclusion, addressing DTC B1244, which pertains to the rear air mix control motor, requires thorough diagnostics and timely repairs. It's crucial to understand the role of each component involved, particularly how they contribute to the overall operation of the vehicle's HVAC system. Issues related to this DTC often stem from wiring problems or component failures, which can be resolved through systematic troubleshooting steps. Regular inspections of wiring and associated connectors are key to preventing similar issues from arising in the future. By maintaining proactive diagnostics, you can ensure that your Honda Odyssey provides a reliable and comfortable driving experience, particularly in challenging weather conditions. Remember, a well-maintained HVAC system is essential for both comfort and safety on the road. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.